Hello everyone. Today I'm going to share with you my Ashley Jackson books that I have and a magazine that some of you may not be aware of that you can subscribe to. So all of these came from Amazon. Let's start with, perhaps we'll just start with the magazine actually, and then we'll move on to all of the books. So this is a magazine that I'm a bit wonky, aren't I? Let's straighten me up a bit. It's called Artists and Illustrators, and it's the UK's best-selling art magazine. I got this because they had an offer with three magazines for £5, which I thought was quite good. And then after that it was £23, I think, £23 something as a subscription, and that takes me up to something like September this year, and I started in December. So yeah, I just thought I would give it a go. Just to give you an idea of, what you might find inside. If you buy them separately, they're £5.99 each. So doing it as subscription is probably a cheaper way of doing it, shall we say. So we've got various little, what would you call them? Just little bits and pieces, I suppose. They call this the sketchbook. It's all sorts of little bits of information. Then they've got some bits on exhibitions that are going on. Then Poe de Lawrence, the artist, uses light and shadow to create paintings with depth. I haven't actually looked at this one yet. It's on canvas, so I would guess this is either oil or acrylic. Traditional oils are her preferred medium. There we go. J. Lewis, the artist's oil paintings. Paintings of women. Then we've got Jose Trujillo. His tips for becoming a full-time artist. Here we've got another artist. And this is one of those interviews where they ask questions and get answers. Ange Bell, or Ange Bell. These are obviously portraits. Journey to Modernity. Brazil, grappling with its artistic identity, wanting to be modern but reluctant to let go of tradition. We've got Master Collectors, Oscar Reinhardt, a direct contemporary of Samuel Courtauld. Courtauld? So, you've got a real variety of things in here. There's usually some kind of step by step that you can follow along. So this is from a member of the British Art Club, sharing secrets to success, and this time it's the oil artist and author Jill Ann Harper. Then we've got Alvaro Castanet. I love his work. Mastering colour in watercolour. So I just love his work. Look at this. Now, he's someone that does use Viridian. Yes. Viridian greens and ochres in the first wash. And then crisp cobalt blue. And then greys and burnt siennas. Yeah, see, I really like those colours too. Perhaps that's why I'm quite drawn to his work. I love using Viridian and cobalt blue. This is the self-taught artist Ellie, oh dear, Hadjipateras, doing, oh, swing, yeah. This is another step by step for you to follow along. Then we've got pastels with Trevor Osborne. It's another step by step. And then garlic, Konstantin Sturkov, watercolour artist. Susan Clare. This is in acrylic. So you do get some step-by-steps. And then obviously there's letters that have been sent in, and then at the back every month we ask an artist to tell us about a painting that's special to them. So just to give you an idea of I mean, there are several step-by-steps in there. My favourite in this particular, just flicking through, is going to be the Alvaro Castanet. I'm going to have a bit of a go at that, I think, myself. So, yeah, in case it's something that you weren't aware of, artists and illustrators. Yeah, if you just Google that, then you can find out where you can subscribe to it. Right, moving on. We've got, let's see, 1, 2, 4 of the books by Ashley Jackson. So let's start with a watercolorist's workbook. And this is called A Brush with Ashley. And I love the fact that you've got this viewfinder here that you can use. You're supposed to cut that out and use it. And here we've got one of his little sketches. So let's have a little look at the contents. We've got an introduction, art materials, perspective, composition, tonal value, colour perspective and stables of colour, techniques, skies, details, a final word, and then an index and acknowledgements. So, A Brush with Ashley is aimed at taking art to the people. All my life I've been involved in art, but have felt that it is enjoyed only by a small minority. With this book I would like to take art to the majority. Painting open landscape is a twofold joy, both in trying to capture what you see and in being able to appreciate Mother Nature herself. I'm just a simple artist, and I feel that the best way to teach any subject, including painting, is to simplify it. This book has not been written to intimidate, but to encourage you to take up your brush and paint in the great cathedral of the open air. As the Chinese proverb says, it is the economy of line that matters, and this book is targeted at all ages and all stages of the learning process. So, got a little bit on materials here. Brushes, paints, palettes, pencils, erasers or rubbers, water, an easel, tape, working pages. I promised you this book would be an artist's companion. You will find that opposite and throughout there are blank pages. These pages are not printing errors. They are there to provide you with the opportunity and freedom to expand on the techniques that are described and explained in the book. With these personal working pages, you'll be able to create your own travelling studio and ensure that A Brush with Ashley becomes undoubtedly a true artist's companion. Oh, perspective, using your eyes. Workout 1 is how everyone starts to draw. How true. Look at the house. Yeah. And then it goes on with number 2, number 3, and number 4, and showing how we can get perspective better. 5, 6, 7. Oh, and look, there we have Upper Knowles Farm, high in the Pennines. Beautiful. So, yeah, everything telling you what is the wrong and what is the right way. It's really nicely laid out, I have to say. And then there's those blank pages to try things oneself. Then we've got composition, and he goes through composition, and you can see he's labelled them all. Workout 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. And so these are all, this is the L shape composition, and then the L shape in the other direction. Gosh, we've got the U shape. I didn't even know that existed. I don't know what he's calling this one without looking back, but this is the zigzag. And another version of, and this is the X, the cross. Wow. And then this is an example of the L-shaped composition with the L in reverse. In other words, there's our L going that way. Wow. I never knew there were so many different compositions. And then he talks about the thirds and halves, and pulling it together, our composition and our perspective. And then we've got these lovely photographs that are obviously demonstrating. Then we're moving on to tonal value, monochromes. So I love the fact that we've got these very simple diagrams, and then the description and the information on the other side. It just is laid out very easily, so we can see tonal value there. And he's showing his viewfinder. Colour perspective and stables of colour. Okay. Oh, so reds and blues. Yeah. And then we've got our 3 primary colours: cobalt blue, cadmium yellow and cadmium red here. And then here's another alternative: ultramarine blue, raw sienna and crimson alizarin, or yeah, we quite often call it alizarin crimson. Personally, I really like that one. I love the fact that there's the space for you to try things out. And then we've got more colorways here that he's calling kind of like the staples, really. Then we've got a little bit on techniques and workouts using your brush. What else have we got here? That's more workings with your brush. See, that's a lovely colourway too. We can, you know, take from these. Oh, these are splendid. Whoa. I shall have to have a really good bash at some of these. Anyway, I'm not going to go, you know, through everything. We've got skies here. So I'm going to flick through fairly quickly. Then we've got details. We've got here more details. I love the fact that, you know, this is wrong, this is right. The number of times that I've done that one then. Okay. Something not to do, huh? So I think this is quite a nice little, yeah, way of learning. And I'm definitely going to be working my way through that one, I think. There's obviously a picture of our chappie, Ashley Jackson. So really nice little book, A Brush with Ashley. Next up, we've got Ashley Jackson's watercolour sketches. So he says, I am not one for pretty pictures. Perhaps when I am long gone, this will be a quote that I am remembered for alongside my paintings. For you will mostly find me in the gallery on a sunny day and out on the moors when it is most inhospitable, for these are the days that captivate me. So there we go then, Ashley Jackson's watercolour sketches. And sorry, I didn't do the contents, did I? But from the contents here you will see these are all places that will be the destination of a painting. Yeah, I probably should have said before, but it's the Yorkshire and the Yorkshire moors. To see the spirit of Yorkshire and its moors through your eyes is one thing. Many people look, but only a few will see and feel its very soul. Looks stunning, doesn't it? So this is Hebden, and he writes a little bit about Hebden, basically, and then there's his sketch. And then we've got Burnsall, Burnsall. Gosh, get my words out. So yeah, lots and lots of different places, and all these lovely little sketches. And I just, yeah, these are me. I love these little sketches. So without, you know, spoiling the whole book for everybody, that is what this book is all about. We've got loads and loads of sketches in here, and little descriptions, and I think it just shows you that, you know, you can do something that is quite simple and it still has a huge impact. So yes, I'm loving this book with all these little sketches in. Perfect. So that one is watercolor sketches. Then we have got Painting the British Isles, A Watercolorist's Journey, by Ashley Jackson. And we have got lots of destinations here again. Glencoe, the Isle of Skye, Holy Island, Lindisfarne, Don't know how you say that. Rhinos Pass, Snowdonia, Robin Hood's Bay. I've been to so many of these places. Sherwood's Forest, Cheddar Gorge, St Ives, Dedham and the Flatford Mills. Yes, Richmond upon Thames, Pendle Hill, and a final word. So, and look. Wow. My aim is that when you have read and practiced the contents of this book, you will emerge not as an Ashley Jackson clone, purely copying my style, but as an artist who can convey and produce your own individual feelings and experiences in your own style in watercolour. Isn't that lovely? Glencoe in Scotland. And you can see the kind of sketches he's doing, and he describes how he's doing all these things. And there we go. The Isle of Skye. So we can see exactly how he's planning everything out, choosing his colours. Holy Island, Lindisfarne. I'm just going to love reading this, as well as maybe taking some ideas of colour palettes and just looking at how, you know, some of the mark making and seeing, you know, how that compares to my own. And you know, here we've got quite a classic kind of palette selection: lemon yellow, ultramarine blue, Prussian blue, alizarin crimson, burnt sienna, and raw sienna. What a lovely snow scene. So, you know, I think that probably gives you an idea. He tells you why he was drawn to paint, what he chose to paint, the colours, and you know, how he went about it, basically. So, yeah, really lovely. Another, I only went there recently, Dedham, Flatford. Yeah. We went to see where the painting, the Constable painting kind of was kind of based upon, if you like. It was really interesting. The what's it called? The Wainscape, something like that. Anyway, really lovely book. And some of these were only available from not from Amazon itself, but from second-hand bookstores that offer through Amazon. So probably you can't get some of these other than in that way. And then this one is Ashley Jackson's Yorkshire Moors, A Love Affair. So there's an introduction, and then there is what's called the collection. So I'm guessing this is a collection of his paintings. There he is again. So, yeah. Oh, is that him and his daughter? Elder daughter, Heather. Oh. Right, and then we move on to the collection then. So, Dawn's a New Day, Moorland Odyssey 2001. So he talks about the inspiration for each of these paintings and what he wanted to capture in, oh, I've got a little bookmark in there, what he wanted to capture in the painting. So I'll give you a, oh, we've got too much light on this one, haven't we? Let's just for a minute turn my, does that help? I think it does. Okay, there we go. I quite like the fact that they're not overcomplicated. They've not got too much going on in them. There's almost, you know, that white space that I was talking about with the Sumi E paintings. I have got a little wood pigeon sat on the branch outside my window right at this moment. I shouldn't be distracted, should I? But hopefully it will find the food that I've left. Here we go. Keep going, Michelle. So I just think, how can you not be inspired? Look at that sky. Yeah, without, oh gosh, another bookmark. How can you not be inspired by these? They really are beautiful. So yes, I'm not going to go through the whole of that one either, but maybe it's given you an idea of whether Ashley Jackson might be an artist that you might like to look into or not. For myself, I just love this. It's yeah, it's the very illustrative kind of style to it that I really am finding that I'm very drawn to more and more in my own work. So I think that's why I've been drawn to these books and recently got these. And of course, the only other thing was Artists and Illustrators, the magazine. So I hope that was interesting for everybody. Yeah, I'll put links to everything below, and stay safe and stay healthy and stay calm. And I do hope that you're, well, I thank you all for subscribing and supporting me very much. All right, bye-bye.